Welcome back, guys. So, good morning, and I hope everyone had a lovely night or lovely day. Just for you, it's still nighttime, but for us, here it's 8 a.m. So, let's just go through what the markets has done for us. Uh, so, the first thing is, let's see what we have. This is Euro USD. You can see we're having a nice push, but what we're interested in for this week is right here. So let me just try to increase this. Okay. So we can see right now that price for US 30, US oil hasn't yet retested this zone where we can continue with our buys. So for now, we just wait for this to happen. On the daily time frame, you can see on the 4 time frame, you can see the rejection, the price just had to reject this level and we didn't get the initial pullback we needed. So we did nothing. Then the trade we took yesterday, you can see price is now pushing back up. This is a great sign now. We are now pushing back around this level. So now we just have to wait for price to break above this zone. Once we break above that zone, then we now just expect the finishing low. But I told you guys that the price won't go anywhere on Monday because there was a holiday. You can see price was just at the same level. So price has again come back at this initial point. So now we'll see the true intention of this pair now today was the Canadian bank uh, is no longer a bank holiday today. So I'll just wait for now and see how it plays out. And this is the daily time frame and USDJPY. Let's see if price actually broke above. So interestingly, remember that I was telling you guys, price has finally broken above this level, and this is where we want the price to break. So we can just wait now for a retest at this one. And now the good part is price is going to be bearish when we break below this zone and we start making our lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Then once we're at this zone, we'll 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 wait for a break and retest. This will be a shift, then you can buy. You see, so now this is at least this is a better buy position compared to this level because you can see the higher low here was not clear, but at least when price retests at this zone and gives us the shift, we'll have a stronger and better higher low we can buy from. So now we need to wait for this push to occur. If this won't happen, then this pair won't be tradable this week until we get that retest. Yeah, and all we can do for now is just wait. Patience, guys, patience. Yeah, it pays out and just patient. And then this is the GBP card pair. So you can see how the daily ended up closing with that scenario I showed you. Meaning now, if I want to sell this, I need to make sure I see that the daily closes with a bearish candle, and, uh, and the bearish candle should be able to engulf this. See, should be able to engulf this level here. Because you can see the kind of push we had. You see? And this even now just tells you that it's only right if price makes a short a short bearish candle push or another bullish candle, so that to Wednesday we can have that engulfing the daily candle close. Because not only are we going to have the daily candle close engulfing, but we'll also have further market structure around this level. You see, because right now, let's say if we're considering this as our retest, and you can see there's this small engulfing, even though it's just a weak pullback. When we end, our stop loss should be right above these wicks, and price can easily come back to this zone and take us out because of the way the daily is looking. The daily needs more confirmation. That's why you see what we're paying, but we need the daily confirmation to see if price is holding at this level or around this level. You see, and right now you can see it closed in between these two zones. So uh, I need another bullish push today. Yeah, I need another bullish push right around this zone, so that Wednesday I can get my engulfing. Or else, I won't really take the sale either way. Because if let's say if price from here just keeps on dropping, right? And the initial retest I'm looking for is on the daily time frame. And the 4-hour time frame, its price has to be at this point, not price has to be at this point, not a rejection, but a full body candle close. And now, if we're saying that the daily will continue dropping just like this and close at this point, there is no entry for me because price didn't even really touch my OG level, you see. So then there will be no entry for me if price closes with the bearish candle at this level, or price closes with the bearish candle below this level. Why? Because this daily, this 4-hour level wasn't being tested, and that's why you see now I'm saying I need this Tuesday bullish to close in a bullish way where it touches this zone. Then Wednesday can give me the engulfing with full knowledge of me knowing that, oh, we've already rejected the level and the price has been given me a daily engulfing. And if price does that, you'll see uh, what I'm saying here is we need this full body candle close, right? And this is the 4-hour time frame. So that means I need price to come back at this level. You see? And once price is at this level, price will now form a structure point around this zone. Let me just do this for now. Price will form a structure point at this level, you see? Because it will make a new inner higher high or higher low, or just structure, because price is still bearish anyway. So once price makes this push, you can see we are having a pivot somewhere here, right? And if it reacts at this level, price will then start making start dropping, and you can see that we can even catch a normal trade where we can just say, okay, price is now reacting from this level, and once price breaks below this and we test it and we can get the engulfing, then we can sell from this engulfing candle. You see, knowing that price has retested this level And in the 4-hour time frame, we've held at this zone, and not on only the 4-hour time frame, but as well on the daily time frame, we've also engulfed the previous level, showing that price is now ready to sell. You see? So that's the whole analysis, but it will make sense once it plays out. And for now, what I told you is I need what I told you is keep on saying for now, I don't know. But what I told you is I need the daily to give me a close, a bullish close. Why? Because the 4-hour will then have a better retest at its OG level. You see, that's why I'm saying I need the daily to give me a full body closure candle again today. Not because I'm trying to predict the market's move or be a market wizard, but I'm telling you, when that happens, this will be bullish, isn't it? This daily candle will be bullish. The daily candle will be bullish because we were waiting for price to reach that zone. Meaning then Wednesday we can now hope for the Tuesday candle to then engulf the previous Wednesday bullish candle and show us that we are holding, and in the same place of us holding, waiting for the engulfing, you see price will then later on retest the structure point to leave and break below on the 4-hour time frame and give us the retest and give us an entry signal, and we will now be selling below what our OG level, which is below this level here, you can see, right? Which is this is the analysis we have. So just bear with me. Once it plays out, you get the sense in what I'm talking about. But our step one is we need the daily. We need the daily bullish close. That's the first thing, which is today. We need the daily to have that close at this zone because it will now have a retest at my OG level. If it doesn't give us that close, we will still be waiting for price to give us that close. If the daily chooses to close with this bearish candle, fine. We'll still be waiting for the day the price will come back at this point. The only goal is I want price to come back at this point, or even break above if it wants, but I need it to go back at that level. And what we have next is Eurocard. Interestingly, we had a daily engulfing candle, but you see what I was telling you, I need price to break above this zone. You can see price has been having a deeper retest. So we'll wait if this daily will close above. If it breaks above, then I'm sure in the 4 time frame we'll get that retest and engulfing. So let's see what that 4 is giving us. Yeah, the same thing, you see. So this is the point where I was supposed to buy at. Right there you can see, and right now the 4 is bearish, it's bullish. You can see we finally got the break and the retest. Yeah, and the retest, and right now all I need is the 4 to break above. The engulfing I'll have to just break above this level. uh I'm sure you have that question, but after you said if price is bearish and breaks above, goes bullish and comes back and gives us a deeper retest, we have to wait for price to come back outside and retest it and sell and buy, right? But here the case is different, and let me explain to you why I'm saying it's different. If you can see this structure point here, you can see that the higher high price made is way closer to the OG level, which is this point here. You see, which is way closer to this point. Meaning, if I want this to happen, it should happen in at this point. I have to get that break. I have to get the break around this level without breaking this higher high, and I have to get the retest without breaking this higher high, and I have to get the engulfing. Maybe that breaks the higher high or at this zone. You see, and this might be rare because this is a very rare odd because price might just give us the engulfing that ends up breaking above this 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 4 previous bullish high because it's close unless if this price makes another higher low. Yes, if it makes another low, then we can if it makes another higher low, then we can apply this structure, this strategy. But for now, this is the only thing I can apply because if this gives us the engulfing and this engulfing breaks and engulfs this higher high, then we can buy and we can buy. But if it engulfs and fails to break above the higher high, then we'll just be patient a bit and see what the market do. Because if it fails to engulf, price may give us another higher high, then retest this previous higher high and gives us an engulf in here, then we can buy. And maybe this higher high is the one that give us the daily break above this level, then we can buy. So again, you see what I'm saying? I need the daily to engulf the what the whole OG level because I know you see in this case with the way it has retested, price might break above, but it might not give us a clear entry. You see, it might not give us a clear entry, and so let's say from here if it gives us a push and we have to then wait for a retest at this level and buy and this can be a strong engulfing that can be like that and we can buy based off that but in a case where price does this it's a short break and in this case I'm still waiting for price to retest and instead of retesting my OG level price ends up making another higher high. Then my only entry is waiting for price to retest back at this new OG level it's made, which will be around this level, you see, and giving me an engulfing that will break above, then buy. So this can also be a scenario. That's if price fails to break. Yeah, this is funny, you know. Let's see if price fails to break above this higher high and gives us this short engulfing. We will then be waiting for price to give us the initial break. And once it gives us the initial break, we now change our higher low, our potential higher low to this point. Then just wait for the price to retest and give us the engulfing. Then we can buy around this zone. But if price gives us a strong bullish candle close above the higher high, like this, then we'll just simply catch the buy the way it is like that. Mm, but you can see with the look of things we're making higher, we might make another bearish candle close. And then we'll stick to this analogy here, because meaning then this 4 hour break, this strong 4 hour engulfing break is less likely to happen. But who knows? Market just open, so we'll just see what will present itself to us. And lastly is uh, NZD USD. You can see the 4 retested and the 4 gave this engulfing and but we can't really buy, we can't really sell now because look at the way the daily is looking. And I told you there is still a high chance that price can retest back at this zone. So this trade, it's either we might catch it or we might miss this buy. because of the way, because if this daily breaks below this zone here, the daily can break below this zone. The daily can break below this zone here. Then there's a lower chance we might get the retest at that zone. So the only thing is we hope for price to give us a deeper retest here. Then we can sell. But for now, I can't do anything. Can't really do anything. But if if you want to risk, you can sell now and put your stop right below above these weeks. Because price has retested the OG level and price has given you the engulfing. And this trade can play out, but it's very risky. Because look at where the 4 high is, high low is, low high is. It's at this point. And look at where there's a potential retest around this level. You see, and look at where we are selling from. You see, so this can be a bad trade because who knows if this. Let me just do this for you guys so you can see. By the way, I just increased this this OG level because I didn't want to draw too many lines. But let me show you something. You can see then we open possibilities, right? So this is the level where we are selling at, right? If you can see, this can be a OG level right here, and I can do something like this. You see, because we have touch, we have this touch, we have this level, we have that level, we have that projection, maybe even up to here. Okay, and this same level can be applied around this level here. You can see we have another touch around this level there, and another rejection right there. You see? But I just combined everything at once because I didn't want it to have more levels, and it won't be clean. So that's why I just made one line. But this is also okay. If you can see, this is also an OG level. Price is reacting, 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 price is reacted. And even here, if you go, come back here, you can see price reacted. So it's a strong OG level where even this sell can play out. This sell can play out very fine. But as well, at the same time, this sell can play out around this level. You see? So it's just it's just up to you where you're comfortable selling. And remember, we sometimes we sell low, we sell high and buy low. But if this trade plays out, then that's fine. You missed it's missed us. It's missed us. But I really just want to be selling when I know the daily is holding. And in this case, if this daily holds, price will be already would have already engulfed this zone. And if it engulfs this zone, there will be no possible entry for us because then if we get this engulfing, if we get this engulfing, we have to wait for price to break below this level and retest. And then you see why I was telling you it's harder to have a trade when every time frame is in sync, it's better the 4 hour to be bullish. uh, Example, at least if price had some structure, some sort of structure like this, where price went bullish around this level, it's easier to sell because we just wait for the shift, then we can sell. Now, with this kind of structure, we don't really know if price will hold at this level or if price will hold at this other OG level. So the only indication you have is waiting for a daily close as an indication. So this daily push can easily change and we can get a strong retest right above this zone here. That's why I'm just waiting for a daily confirmation. If price holds at this point, then we missed this trade. If it doesn't hold, then we are still in the trade. So I think let me just leave it like this, or even if I drag it, if I make it one thing the way it was at first, you'll notice that it's still one and the same thing. I'm still waiting for that price confirmation. You see, so I just combined all these and made it one. But and they have to sense this can also be a level, and that can also be a level. But even if I put it at this level, it doesn't change the fact that the 4 hour is already bearish already, and price can even come back at this one, and still the daily needs to show me it's holding. You see, so it's either it shows me it's holding at this level, or it can show me it's holding at this level. But if it shows me it's holding at this level, then I won't sell because my OG level was right below, was right above these zones, you see, and I didn't plan to sell here. I was planning to sell, you can see, from this point going up. So it's uh, really a tight situation. Yeah, so I just wanted to put that in your mind so you guys can see that this can also be OG level. If you want, you can draw it like this, or if you want, you can add two like that, but it all remains the same. You are looking for a point where you can sell at. And if you look at the weekly time frame, for the weekly time frame, you see, for the weekly time frame, it's just looking messy, and the only real point for the weekly time frame is right around this one here, right around this level here, because it combines both and it now makes one or OG level. That's why you just saw me making one, because it's still one and the same thing. You see, then you do this. You see, it's still one and the same thing. Price still has to show me it's holding around this level or it's holding around this zone here. You see? So that's why if one can do this and maybe just increase this to this zone, but this becomes too big. It's the OG level becomes very big. You see? Yeah, so let's just try to do this. Let's see how this makes sense. Yeah, we'll make this one as one thing. This is fine. Yeah, or maybe then we can consider if price is also at this level, just because this is also another daily structure point here. You can clearly see there's also another daily structure point, but it's the same thing. You see, I'm just trying to see if the daily will hold. So that's the whole move, guys, and I'll see you in the next session. And this is NZD card. You can see also NZD card close at this level. And now we need that daily confirmation. And by the look of things, this might just engulf and might do the same thing with NZD USD. Might just strongly engulf this level and we might miss the trade. Mm. Oh no, on this one, I think I was looking for buys, yeah. I was looking for buys. Yeah, I was looking for buys, right? Yeah, I was looking for buys. So you can see the daily kind of reacted. Uh, and the only way I can buy is if the daily goes bullish, the 4 hour goes bullish. So for this pair, I'm now praying that price actually breaks below and then gives me the shift to then buy. But if I come back to NZD USD, I'm praying price breaks above and gives me that engulfing, then I can sell. But for the other one, I want to buy, and these usually go the same direction. So it's either this pair might sell or it might buy. But for this one, it's most likely to sell on the daily time frame point of view. But this one is most likely to buy. So if this one buys, then this one will buy. If this one sells, this one will sell. So, well, isn't that interesting? Yeah, but so we'll just find out how it plays out. Yeah, so that's it for now. And the AD card, you can see why I was saying this daily, this pair has to give me a 4 SOS. You see, this pair has to give me a 4 SOS. So even if it gave us that strong reaction, and I was telling you people might take buys in the lower time frames at this point, they will be stopped out. Just do this. You remember this buy I was showing you last night? And people can catch a buy around this level and put their stop right there, knowing that if daily is wiped out, then they are wrong. And this is what happens, get wiped out, because the 4 hour is still bearish. So that's why I was saying this daily time, this 4 hour has to shift, and you can see that's what it's trying to do. So once price shifts, now again it's another different game, especially if it shifts with this same candlestick. Unless we get something like this, then it will be at least easier to buy because we wait for a shift there. But if it doesn't, then the only way we can buy is after we get a break above this line here, because then this will be our lower low, and then this will be our lower high. So we can only buy once we get that shift, you see. So that's the game we'll be playing with this pair this week. And it's now, we can also see the daily time frame is now closer to what? To the OG, to the higher low. So that's why I didn't take this trade. I knew this kind of pullback, usually this is what happens. But if it's trying to buy throughout this week, it will correct itself and give us the entry we need. Uh, but we'll see. We're still watching. And AUD it's at our level, but it's bearish. So I need the daily to go bullish. So here we can be in West time. Then USD CHF price has retested, and here I'm just trying to see if price really, what price gave us last time really meant that price was bullish on the weekly time frame. So that's why I didn't pick this. And you can see price has now retested this OG level and it's given us the engulfing. And let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah. So guys, welcome back, guys. So this is this is London. This is London session still. Uh, but let's just go through what the market has given us so far. So during what time is this? This is 10 a.m. London Open, and this was no continue from where we left. So if you can see, this is NAS 100. This is US30. This is XPX. This is Bitcoin. This is ZAR USD. This is US oil. This is our trade. Uh, so you can see where our trade is right now. Remember, I told you all that's left is waiting for price to break above this zone. And if price gives us that break, then we just have to wait for it to reach our take profit. Uh, yeah, so then take profit is right around this level. So you can see that this is how market has closed, and I was telling you I should be okay with seeing price go down if you really know what the market might do. So now we just hope we wait for the 4 hour time frame to continue with the push, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so this is USD JPY. Price ended up making another high, and so we still need a retest below this zone, and price hasn't even broken below our higher low. We haven't started our journey to retest our level, so price is still bullish. And GBP card, can see that I was telling you price should come back at this zone and give me a 4 hour structure, but at the same time I'll get a daily bullish close. Now that's what I remember telling you guys, and you can see the daily is now rejected. You see, so we're still in for a long run. We're still in for a long run, and today we'll determine if this pair will be ready for sales tomorrow. If not, and we'll focus on another pair. And Eurocard, you can see what I was telling you, that if price breaks above with this engulfing, then we might buy. But you can see that price has now made the deeper retest. So this one, we can't pull this move anymore. The only move we can pull is this one right here. This one. And we just have to hope the daily break doesn't break our high. Yeah, this is the only move we can hope for now. Especially that we had the fall has already gone bullish, and so we just need price to come back at our OG level here and retest and give us our engulfing. And you can see if once price gives us that, we'll have some sort of double bottom. You can see this is the left Um, the double bottom is something like this, but it won't always be clear with equal lows. Sometimes it might be like that. Sometimes it can be like this. Sometimes it can be like the any form that makes sense. But once a double, if you see it, you can't unsee it. So there's a high chance we might get that here. Then we can get very test. It's the same thing. Some might write their M's, their letter M like that. Some might be with two equal to be harder to draw using this. Something and as can see. Okay. This is letter M. Some might draw it like this. Or when writing it with your pen, some might write it like that. Or some might write it with nice equally higher, equal heights. You see? But all these are the same letter and they mean the same thing. You see? So that's what I mean by this potential double bottom. It's a W, but just at this time, it won't form exactly the way we expect it. Then wait for the break and then the retest. And we'll see what follows from there. But let me just touch on something. This is why I was telling you I want the daily to not only engulf this bearish candle, but to engulf the whole OG level. You see? Because I know once the price breaks above this OG level right here, uh, then the trade is confirmed as a buy. Why? Because if you look at the weekly weekly time frame, we had price retesting, so it's a deeper retest, and the weekly time frame gave us an engulfing push, meaning we should buy. But last week, price ended up giving us a bearish candle. So we need the daily to close above this zone. Then that will at least give us some uh, leverage to buy. Because we will know, okay, the daily is showing us that it doesn't want to drop further. And once we get that, we'll simply add on and proceed to buying this pair. And NZD card, NZD USD, the last one. We are still waiting for a retest at the OG level. And you can see price is currently selling massively. And we might not get a trade because I need the daily to go, the 4 hour to go bullish when retesting, but it's still bearish. And yes, it reacted with this 4 hour engulfing, but look at where the 4 hour lower high is. It's at this point, so there's a high chance price can come back to that level. And that's why I kind of delayed with the sale. And even on the 1 hour time frame, you can see this is when price had this shift at this zone, and it had its retest and an engulfing that broke above this lower low. This is what I was telling you. If during a new Euro card, if you can rewind the video, I was saying lower low is the high high is so close to the retest level. So if price engulfs with the retest, I can sell, I can buy. So it's the same thing that has happened here. So the 1 hour now price is ready to buy, and in this case, there's really nothing I can do. There's really nothing I can do. I need this forward to go bearish. I need this forward to go bullish, and this daily to show me it's holding, and it looks clean. And this can be a proof of it holding if it closes with an engulfing here. But the only bad part is the lower high is here, and this is the lower low. So it's a different game now, because like I said again, I don't know if this might break or it might continue selling. So we can't do anything in this pair. And NZD card, I'm waiting for forward to go bullish by breaking above, meaning I need it to break below once more. So this lower high can change to maybe this level once we have a new lower low. And AUD card, the same thing. I can only buy once price breaks above this higher low, lower high, and you can see where price is. So we can't do anything. AD USD. The daily is bearish, even though it's ready for buys. USD CHF price is buying massively, and it's kind of showing us that this we were wrong about the weekly being bearish, and that's fine. So that's it for this session, and our trade is right here. This is how we are looking, and this is the 1 hour time frame. You guys will have 1 hour time frames. Uh, so now, uh, I, let me try to remove this guys. I was showing you 1 hour time frame from my last session, but okay, this is better. Now I don't have anything to add on rather than the daily. I'm waiting for price to break above and retest in gold. Bitcoin, I'm waiting for price to retest my engulfing area, then sell. Uh, oh, let me also show you what we have experienced on these pairs I put pending. Look at this is GBP AUD. Imagine after we were waiting for this strong sale and price just comes all the way back. And this is why I remember telling you guys I can't sell this next week because price is at its all-time low. And price has been reacting whenever we're at this level, you can see. Price reacted, price reacted, price reacted, and price has reacted again. So I can only sell if price was to close below this daily OG level. If it showed me that we are we are strong and we can still sell. And you see what later happens. Price has engulfed this level. So this trade might continue selling until it's back at this OG level here. Until it's back at this OG level. Yeah, until it's back at this OG level price. No, not here. Around this zone here. This is where price will retest at. So you expect GPP to continue pushing up this week, but the daily just shifted as if we didn't sell last week. And once the daily shifts, this means we have to wait for daily to again shift when we're at the OG level, meaning it might be a long time until we finally sell this pair. Because again, this pair will only go this pair will only go bullish once we are above this zone here. But right now we just have to wait for sales. Anything we do should be sales. Mm, and this might even break today. Uh, Hopefully it doesn't break because once it breaks, then the daily is bullish. Euro GBP, I can only sell once price is below this zone. So we hope for this GBP pair to continue dropping until it breaks below here. Then people can people can participate in the sales. GBP USD, we're looking for buys, but the daily is bearish, so we need price to retest this level, break above, and then we can buy ADNZD. You see why buying at the all-time high is bad? That's why I was saying I need price to give me another extra bullish candle so that I can wait for a better retest and I've avoided this loss. Uh, Clean. If you look at this, in the daily time frame, it even formed this engulfing in head and shoulder, but still the intention was to buy. We just didn't have a clear buy. Euro USD looks like we won't get our retest at this daily OG level. Uh, Price might continue selling. Euro CHF, this trade is not yet clear. AUDJPY, we are now finally getting our retest to our OG level. And so that's it. Same with USDJ, but the difference, I'm surprised AUDJPY and USDJPY are going the other direction. Because usually they're both in the same direction. Maybe the AUD might be performing better. Or uh no, actually the AUD is weak. It's just the USD that's having power. The USD pairs have power right now. So okay guys, I'll see you. Welcome back guys. So this is now New York session. 2 minutes in, so just a quick recap. This is our pair. So we finally broken above this level. I was telling you guys after price fighting its way down to this zone. Now we can just watch and see how I think because there was news, that's why you are seeing this decision kinda. So now we'll just watch and see how the price will continue making these high highs and lows. And we've made a new high, so now we just expect price to keep on pushing till it reaches our target there. And yeah, you see now we've made the this is what I was telling you. Once price makes a 1 to 2, it gives you that rejection, and you might think that's it, and price continues going up. Uh, and this news was that news. Just do something. Yeah, the Canadian dollar CPI. So that's why you're seeing this enormous weak rejection. Uh, in the one now, you can see there was this. Oh, it was actually a nice. It was a bullish close. So the news bought because the Canadian did badly. Canadian dollar performed badly, so that's what saved us. That's in the 1 hour, and that's the 2 hour. And this is our 4 hour time frame. Uh, let's check on US oil. Price has now made the new high on the 4 hour time frame right there. So I can no longer sell at this zone because the 4 hour will be bearish. But I can still wait for price to come back around this zone. Then let's see. Uh, Let me do something like this. Uh, by the way, this buy was a big setup trade because the daily was bullish, was bearish. You can see, I was just doing this for entry practice. Uh, so maybe you can also catch another buy once the daily is back at this zone, and then we can see how we can buy the pair. This is USD card. Um, we'll see how the daily will close. And uh, this is USD JPY. The daily keeps on making the 4 hour keeps on making higher highs. And you can see this rejection almost made the shift we're looking for. But price let down, rejected and kept on buying. So we don't have the rejection yet. And this price has a very high chance of even reaching at this point before it starts dropping. It can come back to this level here. There's a very high chance the price can be at this level here. So the only thing for us is the if price is at this point, this level, then we'll buy. Because now the good part is the 4 hour is bullish. So we don't have to care about how we'll buy when price is at this level because it will be bearish. We'll now have to wait for the shift, and the shift will save us from losses. GPP card, you can see it started making sense a bit. We are finally having that push I was telling you. You see what I was telling you? We can just sell immediately. Yeah, just because of the engulfing we get here. Because price has to make some sort of structure here. And if you look at the daily time frame, this price had a huge engulfing bullish retest. So we still need a bearish confirmation, bullish candle, bearish candle. And it shouldn't be this type of candle, no. We need this daily, they need this daily candle to go bullish as well and close around this zone. The good part is we finally had our first rejection at the OG level we want to sell at. Uh, but the only thing is we need a day, a 4 hour close with no weak rejection, but a full body close. So this pair as an we need this 4 hour retest to give us a full daily retest at this point. Uh, then we'll consider the pair. We'll consider the pair as a very significant retest. Let's do this. We need price to give us another bullish push right around that level. Then we can get let me see which line can make sense here. Which level? What something we can maybe we can try this one. Yes. If we're trying to change the colors. So we'll be changing it daily, but for now you can see. So I need the daily to give me another bullish structure right back to this level because I need a full body closure, not a rejection. Meaning this daily candle has high chances of being making another bullish push. Then tomorrow we can have a candlestick on the daily time frame that we can hope for daily bearish engulfing. Because when you have that bearish engulfing and then wait for a retest around this level, the break. Because if once we have the engulfing on daily time frame, which is this one, right? The 4 hour time frame, we already have done something like this. We'll be at this point, and once it breaks, we can see we are now having some structure point. You can see we are having some structure, and we are having at least a pivot where we can sell from, knowing that price has reacted from our OG level and our potential sorry, potential level where we can expect price to sell from further at this point. And and then we can catch our buys. So that's the thing I'm waiting for right now. Just being patient with these markets. If they can give us a lot more, then go about the move. And if we look at the daily time frame, This is the daily time frame. It's the same thing, you see. So once we get the full retest, this might be even a daily close. Maybe this type of candlestick close. This one might be the one that will happen around this level because I want price to come back at this point so it can give us that small push. Then on Tuesday, on Wednesday, tomorrow, we should hope for a daily close that will engulf, and if it once it just engulfs, trust me, in the forward time frame, there'll be something we can trade with, something very interesting we can sell with, and then we'll simply catch the sale. But right now, we just watch the market like we don't know what we are doing. Just let it do its thing. Yeah, but we already know the the strategy behind it. So that's the beauty of it. And what card do we have next? Oh, we also have Eurocard. So this is Eurocard. And if you can if you remember very well, I told you I'll repeat this again. All I care about is the daily to close right above this uh OG level. Why? Because you can also see at some point when price was here, you can see these bullish signals never closed above. That's why price rejected. And even though the daily is bullish, I still need price to close above this OG level. So if the Tuesday candlestick won't do it, this will be fine still. I just have to wait for the Wednesday candlestick close to give me my push to the upside. Then I'll be fine with the trade, because the only thing is I want it to be above here. And if it does this, then that's even better, because then I'll have a confirmation. I'll have some sort of double bottom. If you can see it, then you can't unsee it. That will happen in the daily time frame. But that's if the daily closes with the bearish candlestick like this. Mm, um, but the weekly is still tight. You can see the weekly is still tight, just having a bit of rejection. Uh, and there's been a high chance this trade might be ready till next week, where we have the weekly just closing right above this level. Or if we catch the trade this week, we'll then hope for the trade to close above this weekly level here, so we can catch more buys to the upside. You see? So this is the weekly anticipation. I want price to close above this level if we are buying this week. This is where I want my target to be at. Okay, so that's the weekly fantasy. Now let's scale into the 4 hour time frame. So we can now see the main structure. Okay, so if you remember, in the morning I was telling you this is what you want the daily to do with tomorrow. So let me just drag this here, and this is the daily structure we have tomorrow. So let me drag this here. Now that we have uh, this 4 hour time frame under discussion, let's try to analyze it as well. Let me just first put this here. Okay. Do you think this can make more sense? Can't really tell the difference though. What if we put this one? Can't really tell the difference. The blue line looks good, right? Kind of suits. But anyway, I'll do that after the analysis. So what we have now is, let me just do this. Okay. So what we have now is, remember in the morning I was telling you price ended up breaking above on the daily time frame. So even though it didn't break right outside of the OG level, let's wait for price to give us the engulfing. Then we can say we can buy and we can see what price did. Price broke below. So since price breaks broke below, I was telling you, let's just wait for the price to give us an engulfing. And there's a high chance that the engulfing might take out the high. In this case, this engulfing can break above this OG level, which is our daily interest. And if we can have that break, then this trade can be ready to buy in the 4 hour time frame. And I also told you, but if price ends up making a new, a deeper retest, I need to wait for price to break above. And that if that break isn't engulf, it doesn't engulf the high, then I need price to make sure the break doesn't go beyond the high and gives me a retest, then and gives me another entry signal. This was the first scenario. This was another scenario. But again, I told you, if price breaks above this daily OG level, you see, gives us a break from this zone, from this higher low point position. Let me use this. Okay, so let's say this is what price ends up doing in the next 4 candles. So you guys can get. Then we get the high push like this. Okay. The first scenario was if price can retest from this level and give us a strong bullish engulfing candle that ends up closing above this level without these candlesticks we're having now. That was what we're expecting from this candle, but that didn't happen, so we adapted and this cannot happen unless if price decides to buy from this level and engulfs this zone, something like that. Uh, but that can also happen. But let me just move this here. The chances are now slim, but this is most likely to happen where we can now start having price giving us bullish candles until we have the break. And once we have the break above the higher low, the higher high, the level where we buy from will change. It will be at this point here. Meaning now we have to wait for price to retest back at this level, not this zone, but this level, then give us an engulfing to buy. You see? So, meaning even when we have an engulfing break, we'll still be patient for the retest, giving that daily time frame more time to give you the final break because there'll be in that daily confirmation, uh, there will be a retest in the 4 hour when eventually price now gives us this and then gives us this kind of push, then we'll know that we are already in a bullish market. I hope I'm making sense. This is what how can I even explain this. Okay, let's try to do this. Oh, okay, so this is the type of this is the type of push I'm talking about. When price gives us this bullish candles, and then we get a retest around this level. You see? And then we get the final bullish push above this level. You see, this is what I'm saying. Uh, what's happening to the Canadian dollar? It's having drop or it's different. It's really different. Okay, but anyway, this is Canadian Euro card, so it's different from USD card. But so you can see price when price breaks above and price retests this level and gives us the engulfing, then the daily time frame will now have what we are waiting for, which is a break above that level. You see, a break outside that level. So this is what we are waiting for, and prices hasn't given us that yet. So we just wait for now, and you can clearly see on the daily time frame uh, that we're very much bearish now. With the daily candlestick closure. So we'll so that's what we are waiting for. Then lastly, we have how are these having that push? This one is having the rejection. This literally not the same way. You can see. So but anyway, we'll let the market do its thing. So this is USD, NZD USD. So in this case, you can see that we've clearly not, we are clearly not getting a trade this week from this pair. Yeah, and the entry was supposed to be this same engulfing right there. So this trade is most likely going to miss us. Because this was maybe supposed to be the entry point. And with the look of things, price is going to miss us. There's nothing we can do, so we just watch it. But I just really wanted us to buy once we get the daily showing us it's holding this point as it's doing. It's just that this has happened at around this level. I was expecting another bullish candle, and then the next bearish candle close. But this is fine. We can still look for buys next week around this same level here. Yeah, so we can only buy once price comes back around this area. If it doesn't do that, then we won't be taking any buys, any sales. Then for NZD card, the one we are looking for buys, you can see price is now on its way to this daily higher low, which is even now riskier to sell because, like I told you, this price has to make the for a new 4 hour low, so we can get that shift to then buy. And you can see this is what the price is now doing. It wants to make that new higher low, new lower low, and you can have the shift to buy. Yeah, so price is most likely to come back around at this point. And then we'll now wait for daily again to give us uh, the signal of showing us it's holding. Because again, you see, if price closes like this is now a risky buy trade as well because we are closer to a higher low. So again, we'll be waiting for price to kind of reject from the higher low and give us something like that. So it's a process, yeah. Yeah, it's a process, but we'll stick to it and we'll just see how to close by the end of this week. But I'll be looking at these pairs and AUD card. That's a strong retest from AUD card as well, also closer to our OG level. So even though that's why I didn't pick these two because I knew the 4 hour time frames need a shift and they'll only get a shift if you make a new higher low. And now the only way we can have this higher low, you can see this higher low we've made is if price drops further below. And now we are closer to our daily OG level, making this trade even way riskier. So unless if this 4 hour time frame, again, even if this 4 hour time frame makes a new bullish candle close, if I'm not buying from this level and maybe I want to buy from around this level, it has to come back here, then again make a new lower low, then it has to shift, then buy. You see? So the only favorable point where I can buy is around this level. That's if the daily is still bullish and the 4 hour is still, the weekly is still bullish. It's just around this level. Making this trade not clear and clean for this week. So we have AUD/USD price is bearish and on the daily time frame, and it's kind of moving the same direction with the AUD card because AUD card usually follows AUD/USD. NZD card just follows NZD/USD, but this one USD card is usually in the same direction with USD/CHF. You can see, and I'm just surprised how this one isn't having a lot of volume compared to this one. But it will balance. You see, it will rebalance soon, and so we also need this forward to go bullish. And for it to go bullish, price should come give us a higher low and a new higher lower low, a new lower high and a new lower low, meaning it has to even drop further from this level. And again, you can see the daily is already bearish, so I have to wait for the daily to go bullish now, for me to buy. And that all has to happen before price takes out this higher low. Because once price takes out this higher low, I'm no longer buying, I'll be selling. So, and you can see by the look of things that price is now targeting this level here. That's where price is targeting. Mm, and so we'll see how to react to it. And this is USD CHF. Remember, I was telling you this price has a very high chance of reaching all the way up to this point. Yeah, especially here, because it has proved that this daily This weekly structure point here was really a shift, even though I thought price was still bearish, but it was a shift. It wasn't just clear, it was a tight shift here. This was a shift. This leads me to this pair, Eurocard, where I'm telling you that if we can have if tomorrow we can have a bullish close like this. Let's do this. If we can have a bullish close, if you notice, black looked clean. What do you think? If we can have a bullish close like this, um, if we can have, then this will also show us the same. We'll have that shift I'm talking about, the one that wasn't clear at this point. Uh, at this point here, you can see, yeah. So it's been proven that the shift was bullish, and that's why this was also an entry. Um, this was also an entry, and you can see how price has pushed. And so if we saw this, that's why you even saw it failed to sell according to my trading plan. When I was waiting for price to break below and retest, it failed because the direction was bullish. And price will always fail if the direction is wrong, where you're trying to go. And that's what happened. So we got saved and we ended up taking something more valuable. So, and then for these other pending pairs, you can see GBP AUD has now finally broken above the daily level. So this might soon shift, and we'll soon be looking to buy at this point here. So, but the bad part is the daily will be bullish again. So then I have to wait for price to give us a higher low, then price shift, then we can sell. Meaning this trade will be pending even till next week. You see, this is how I pick trades. Just from seeing this, I'll know. Next week I can't trade this pair. Mm, GPP, Euro GPP. It's very much bullish in the daily time frame. As you can see, it's very much bullish. And if you look at the weekly time frame, we are bearish. You can see how price reacted from this level. We've been bearish for a while now. You can see we've been bearish. And the only way we can now sell this is if the daily goes bearish, because now it's bullish, and the higher low is at this point, meaning I can also only sell once price breaks below here and then sell. And there's no any structure point I can lie myself of selling, and unless if it comes back here. So the only time I can sell apart from this level is if price ends up making another higher low here, then which becomes a higher low once price breaks above, then we can sell at a different level. You see? But rather than that, this trade is still very much bullish, and even though the weekly is bearish, the 4 hour might be bearish. You can really catch a B trade if you want, but um, that's now you have to switch in the 1 hour time frame if you really want to catch that trade. Uh, yeah, and that trade would be since the 4 hour is now bearish and the weekly is bearish and the weekly the 4 hour shifted and it's below this OG level. You can see this nice engulfing. You can wait for the daily time frame to give you that retest and the 1 hour time. Yeah, you can see like I'm just telling you the 1 hour time frame to give you that retest there. Then you can catch yourself uh and put your stop right above here and enjoy your win. But I no longer trade that way because I've been building myself for something bigger than me, way bigger than my strategy. That's why I've been trying to trade the highest time frame as possible, so it can give me give me that patience I need to navigate through the market further on. Because you can see this will require some time for me to get my shift around this level. Unless if the weekly time frame has that massive drop and breaks below. But for me to wait for a daily to shift, that takes a while. That's a 1 week or 2 week wait if you're not lucky. Same with this one. If I'm going to buy around this level, and you can see how price is as we tested at this point. I have to wait for the daily to break, and for the daily to give me this shift. This is a long wait for this shift to happen. So that's why uh patience really helps. And same with this same GBP USD pair. The weekly is bullish, but the daily is bearish. So for me to buy, I need the daily to go bearish, to go bullish. And the only way it can go bullish is if price breaks above here for now. Meaning if I don't wait for price to come back all the way here, I have to hope I have to wait for price to make a new lower low. Meaning this GBP USD is likely to sell. So it can give me a new lower low on the daily time frame, and which will then later be broken above and retested to buy. You see, that's why you're seeing this sell. But if it fails to give us this sell, meaning I have to wait until price breaks above this level, then I'll be ready to sell because uh right now uh it's just inside this lower low and lower high, and price can do anything within this zone. And I want to buy, so I can only buy once price is above that level. You see, unless the goal here is me trying to reduce this scale, so this zone, so I can have a break and buy. So I can reduce it by wanting the daily to sell low, and so I can move this at this point because this can be our lower high. Then this changes for me to buying at this point. But if I don't get this lower low, it still stands. I have to wait for a shift there, and I should be okay with whatever happens within this level. And I only get a good position once we break below, or else I'm in a good long wait for price to break above. Uh, then we have AUD. I told you I couldn't buy because we're at the whole time high and the risk to reward wasn't making sense. So we avoided this loss. You can see the dailies failed to hold and the 4 made a new lower low shift in the structure. And the daily will give a engulfed Monday. You can see the Monday open, we had an engulfing candle and we are still selling. So this trade is a clean trade, but I would really prefer buying from this level and targeting this as my take profit. You see, so as of now, you can just watch and see, unless if this weekly time frame will have a close above this level, then we can see what we can do next week. The Euro USD, the same thing I'm showing you, guy. I've been showing you the weekly is ready to, the daily is ready to, the weekly is ready to sell, and the 4 is ready to sell, but not the daily, because the daily is still bullish. And the only way I can sell is if price breaks below here and gives me a new higher, gives me a new higher lower high and a new lower low. Or price gives me a new higher high and a new higher low, then later on retests. So it's either it drops for me or it goes up for me, then I can participate in the sale. So this means I have to wait. You see, so this is a full week wait, maybe even two. And this one, where the price wasn't clear, I couldn't find a sale here. So we'll be selling once price is at this level, and but price is likely to go bullish. So once it's here again, wait for it to go bearish. So that's a long wait as well. And then AUDJPY, I told you this was also at the all-time high, and price failed to close bullish on the weekly time frame. So I shifted this my attention to just waiting for price to retest this OG level, and you can see that's what's happening. But again, the daily will be bearish at this. It's bearish already. So again, I need the daily to shift once it's around this level, then I can buy. So that's why all these are pending, because they require a lot of patience. And this is NAS 100 still need a retest around this level. That's just my personal analysis at this point. US 30 can sell this once price breaks below this lower this OG level, because this pair is still bearish until price breaks above this level. That's why we are seeing these major rejections. So yes, this one S&P 500 Standard and Poor Index average, we need price to come back here. Bitcoin, we need price to come back at this daily engulfing where price left us. After waiting for all these days, price has ended up breaking and never giving us the retest we wanted to sell. ZAR USD, the daily is going to make a new lower low, making the daily bearish. And once the daily is bearish, our interest will now shift and waiting for the daily to now go bearish, and the daily can only go bullish once we break above this level. So meaning again, I can only buy once I'm above this level. You see, so it's a long wait as well. So just see how the price reacts today. If it breaks below, then we start waiting for the daily to shift. Then the US oil pair, we're waiting for price to come back at this level and see if we can buy more or not. This price can keep on buying. Then my pair still price is just around this level, and we'll see We'll see how price will close later. USD JPY, USD CAD. And so that's it. Um, so this is 8 p.m. now, and as you can see, this is the market update. Okay, okay, this time we can start with next week. Pairs we want, we can start with any this week or next week. But for next week, still there's nothing. Like I told you, I still need this daily, this forward to give me that bearish push, so that the forward can give me a new high low. That's the only thing I need here, so that I can at least have a shift at a favorable point. Or else it will be very hard for me to buy. So we can hope for this price, but with this type of candle closure, it's likely price might close bearish again. So this might be something to do, something that might happen tomorrow. AUD card, we made another lower low, and since we made another lower low, it's still the same. We want to buy, but you can see now we almost rejected from the daily level. You see, almost rejected from the daily level. And there's a high chance that price can even close bullish today. This is why I don't like buying at these levels. So this now even becomes harder, because for me to now be certain of this buy, price has to break above and then retest and then give me that push I need. Rather than that, I can't do anything. And AUD USD price is still bearish on the daily time frame, but we're at the OG level, and you can see that the US pairs kind of had this rejection, even though they had a very strong push in the New York session. I think let's try to put 1 hour. Yeah, the New York session was fine. The New York session was fine. Even the 10 a.m. candle was fine. It's just these last 2 hours that changed everything. Uh, yeah, so you can see that's why we had this closure. Then USD CHF, the same thing. The USD pairs had a strong push, but they had some sort of rejection. So for this pair, the only way I can buy now is if price breaks above this zone. If price can break above this level and retest, we can buy. Because if this daily closes bullish, it shows price broke and price retested and price has engulfed. So there is no need of retesting this level. And because price, if you can clearly see, price broke, price retested, and price will engulf. And then this will just mean price needs to continue going up. And that's a deal breaker for us. So then the chances of price retesting to this one are slim, and meaning we can only buy once price breaks above that level. Yeah. So then for this week, my pair is having a sort of rejection. Again, but this is still fine. This is still very fine. I can see the 1 hour had this break and then I just had a deeper retest. If you remember, I was telling you this might happen. Let me just do this. I remember showing you something like this. Yeah, but we just had the deeper retest. Price is fine still. Uh, we'll just wait for now and let the market do its thing. Yeah. So if we can have a daily close around this level or above this level, what I do. Let me take this back. Uh, if we can have the daily close around this level, then price can easily hit our take profit by tomorrow. So, but we'll see how the daily will close. But for me, this is very much okay. Uh, and then if you look at the daily, you can see there's really nothing that is happening. It's just price having its normal retest. And you can see the weekly still the same thing. So it's just one of those trades where you have to wait a bit longer. But this is fine. This is fine. And if we put on the USD JPY pair, you can see this is when the weekly is kind of having that rejection to give us the retest. And I hope that can happen, but you can see that price is just well, this is the daily, yeah. Yeah, price had that's nice rejection. So maybe the JPY pairs might push and might go bearish at this daily structure point. At this for structure point, because that's the only thing we need. So we can know that price will be selling. And GPP card, interestingly, price ended up again breaking below this level, engulfing this previous daily structure point. You see, so this means we are in for a long wait because I need this daily candle to close at this point, at this 4 candle to have a deep retest at my OG level right here. Then I'll wait for the other instructions I was telling you in the last time we were discussing. And so for now, we just wait. We just wait for price to do its thing. And it is Eurocard. So Eurocard has finally broken below this 4 hour time frame, making the daily now bearish. And you can see this strong bearish candle. So you see why I was telling you we always wait for the daily confirmation, and you see how much we were saved from this stop loss and price didn't end up breaking. So for now, this is even good because the only thing I need is just price to give me a break. So like this, I just need when's the candlestick to give me a break and engulf all these 3 candles at this level, then I'll be buying. If the Wednesday candlestick won't give me that, then we won't do anything on this pair. And lastly is NZD USD. We can see this price, this trade was saying we've missed it because of the if the daily engulf and the daily will certainly engulf because you can see price is just having a bit of pullback here. Yeah, this week is most likely to be filled unless otherwise, but this week is most likely to be filled and price is likely to make a new lower low at this point. Okay. Yeah, so just wait and see. And me, I would even want price to make a new lower low so that when price gets its retest at this level, the 4 hour will be bullish and once it takes out this point, and I just have to wait for the sell. So this will still sell and but we'll see how the market will close. We'll see. Right now, gold is still at this level. US oil still around the same level, and our trade still around the same level, which is basically just within this. So that's it. I'll update you guys at 10 so we can have our close. Yeah. So this is our market close. You can see it's now 10 p.m. So we're just going to go through all these markets, maybe spend a minute on each pair. So this is let me just do this. Okay. Yeah. So this is US 30 and you can see we've been waiting for price and the weekly time frame to break below here. That's when I'll sell. If I can't get that break below, then I won't be selling. And I can see that price now has been having rejections at my OG level. So this is a sign that we'll, we are in for good sales soon. Um, then if you put the daily time frame, you can also see that once the daily breaks below, we can have some sort of head and shoulder. You can see we have the left, we can have the head, maybe we can also have the right there. If price tends to give us that break. But we'll see. Then we have S&P 500. The only level I can buy is when price is at this level. And usually this pair is choppy, so I can't even really take buys here, but I just speculate on these just to know how the where the market is. Yeah, because these are the main three pairs that drive the market. The NAS 100 and the S&P 500. These are used usually to judge the market. Uh, so we can just wait for the day price retest here, and um, this might take at least a month, because even on the daily time frame, uh, we need price to be back at this level. So the daily might go bearish, and because this is where the daily is likely to have a shift around this level. So then it will go bearish once it retests here. But anyway, that's another week or a month. Then BTC, you can see that Bitcoin, we're still waiting for a retest around this level so we can sell. And by the look of things, we can see that price kind of left us. Uh, and since it left us, we can't do anything. I just we can see this is the daily OG level, the weekly OG level, and the weekly is bearish, and the weekly engulfed showing it's holding, and so we now need the retest there, but we haven't gotten it yet, so we do nothing. Uh, and you can see most of the pairs that I'm interested in this week are having this engulfing closure, showing that the pair is ready to sell, and you can see it's selling. And the daily time frame even have a head and shoulder. So we just need price to retest back here, then we can sell. Uh, this is our USD. Price is likely to go bearish on the daily time frame once we close below this level. If we close below this level, then this will be our point of shift, and so we'll see how price closes. Then we have US oil. Price has been pushed further up, so this trade is likely to reach this higher high, which is at this point, which high. So maybe we would have just held, but still we got our target. So this is fine, even if it goes beyond, we are still okay with our target. Then USD card pair, you can see price is still fighting around this level. So we're just tracking tomorrow and see how price will respect. If it breaks above, indeed, then was like what 40. We'll buy. We'll be in a good space, but still this is still a good trade. This is still a good trade. Uh, USD JPY. Yeah, something like that. Something. You can see more like what they just look at. We are still waiting for this retest. Price seems to just be taking long. So this is tomorrow will be Tuesday, will be Wednesday, and by the look of things, this price might even reach this level here before we can get our final retest. Uh, but we'll see. Yeah, uploaded this movement. Then we have GPP card. I hope. Use 68. We have this retest, and the daily is kind of holding. At least but I wanted this to go bullish as well, so that the Wednesday can give us a bearish candle. Because right now on the 4 hour time frame, I still haven't gotten my initial retest with the full body candle close. So I'm still going to be waiting for that full closure around that level, and then I'll catch myself. And that means that the daily tomorrow might go bullish, meaning that sale might happen on a Thursday. Because once the daily comes back here, meaning the daily will engulf the previous bearish candle, then this will be more of us waiting for Thursday. But this is what we have. And Eurocard has completely sold off. and it's almost targeting our daily higher low. So as of now, you can just hope price retest back at this point without breaking below this level, without price breaking below this level. And this is NZD USD. You can see price is also almost engulfing this uh previous daily candle. So this trade might sell tomorrow, and we might not get the retest we want. But still, we'll only sell the day we'll get our retest at this level. And yeah, that's it. So, and these are just other pairs for next week. And so that's it for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you for your time.